And now joined with us live over the phone is Lieutenant Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
No problem. Governor, just announced today an extension of the rent relief program. How is this being funded?
Well, I have to say, most New Yorkers really are living paycheck to paycheck, and this is an extraordinary burden on them when they've lost that paycheck. And so we are encouraging people, if you are able to, keep paying your rent because this amount will come due eventually. But if you need some temporary reprieve, we want to make sure that you're working with your landlords, let them know that. But we can make sure that no one is evicted because they have not been able to make their payments until August 20th, and that's an extension from what we had. So that's an important way we can start alleviating some of the burden that's on our homeowners or the renters, as well as letting the landlords know that using the security deposit is also a way that people can put that toward their rent. And just we all have to work together to make this happen. These are extraordinary times, and that's just one way we can alleviate some of that financial pain that's on our many renters and across the state.
Now, will there be a relief for landlords who are not receiving these payments?
Well, we ask our landlords to work it out with their banks as well if they owe a mortgage and work with their tenants. And, no one should abuse this if they have the ability to pay or make a partial payment. And again, this is just to get people through the next few months of what is expected to be still a tough summer. But when people start getting back to work, they're going to want to make those payments because that is something they'll ultimately have to pay. And if they can spread it out over the summer as they get back to work, get a paycheck again, we're going to have to just ask everybody to help us out, to help our New Yorkers who've been hit hard and as they're waiting for their unemployment checks to come in and a lot of other support that they're waiting for. This is impossible if you live paycheck to paycheck and there is no money coming in to make your rent.
Now, New York has begun regionally reopening. What is the projected timeline for this?
Well, what is looking very good for the southern tier is that they've met the many metrics that the governor has put in place to determine whether or not there can be a first phase of opening on May 15th, which is just around the corner. And that phase, if these metrics are met with respect to the number of hospitalizations and how many tests are being conducted, a number of others, then they will be able to start with construction, manufacturing, some retail where someone can be able to pick up the purchase, curbside like we do with many restaurants now. So this is a very important development to know that the southern tier is really poised to meet those that benchmark for May 15th. Anything can happen and the numbers could change, but looking at it right now, it's a very positive sign.
All right. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor, for your time today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.